What's up, peeps? It's your friendly neighborhood manifester, Tahid Spence. Just giving you guys a friendly little update on where we are. Last time you see me on here, I was trying to keep my eyes on the prize, on where I'm supposed to be looking at. Giving you guys a little update on where we are in the information, that knowledge phase. KUA, baby, knowledge, understanding, and awareness. The 4 steps of manifestation: thought, speech, specificity, and work. We are definitely in the thought and knowledge phase where we're thinking about exactly how we want to do this. What is the content going to be on this network? What are we going to be talking about, and how do we go about manifesting this into real life, into fruition? And the first thing is gathering the necessary information. First thing is always glory to the Most High, GTTMH for sure. Second thing is making sure that this aligns with who we are. It has to align. Be, do, have, and we're definitely at the be phase, and that making sure that it does match up with our mindset. It does align with who we truly are, with our identity. And, it does. It absolutely does, because this is all I want to do. Show people how to manifest things into reality, give you the necessary tools that you need, share my perspective on how to do it. You guys have to make the ultimate choice yourself on what you want to do. But hopefully you give yourself enough information so that your choices can lead to good decisions. That conscious, subconscious connection. Where we are right now, had to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm so grateful for all the people out there that's willing to share all the information that they've acquired. Man, I watched a lot of videos over the past couple of days in the YouTuber sphere. So many people that's willing to give up so much information, and that's where we are right now in the information phase. And that's one of the blessings for sure about living in this day and time, is that, man, you don't even have to go far to gather the necessary information that you're going to need to move yourself forward. Man, you just type in search, seek, and you shall find. And that's for sure. Because right now there's so many people out there that's just willingly giving you their information. And I really do appreciate that, because I gathered a ton of information on not just how to set up a YouTube channel, the equipment that you're going to need. I'm pretty sure somebody's saying right now, man, I can't hear you great, or the vision is not good. Oh, man, why is the lighting not great? Yeah, I mean, that's all a part of the process, brother, sister, whoever you are. I'm not going to call you a hater. I'm going to call you a observer. Thank you for being very observant. That's one thing that you guys can do for me. Go ahead, drop in the comment all of the things that you see that needs to be fixed. I appreciate feedback all the time. Some people don't like criticism. I don't mind it, because, it only makes me better. Anything that you're going to say, no matter how you say it, I'm going to take the positive out of it. Because if you're saying to me like, man, the video quality isn't great. Okay, good. That means I need to upgrade my video quality. If you're saying that my sound quality isn't great, thank you. I appreciate that. That means I need to upgrade the sound quality. And that's really how you got to keep on moving forward, man. It's going to be adversity. It's going to be obstacles in your way, no matter what you do. So you might as well keep on moving forward. What I am going to do, what I did learn from all the people in the YouTube sphere, YouTuber's verse, however you want to say it, is press record. That's been I think the most common theme that I've noticed throughout all of the research that I've been doing is press record and to let it ride. Everything that we're going to do from here on is going to be an upgrade. And that's a part of the manifestation process, right? Is knowing that, man, you're not going to have it all in the beginning. You're not going to, all the resources you need is not going to be there in the beginning. You need to have a place where you can grow from, right? You can't just jump from level 1 to level 10. right? You're going to have to go through these little small increment growths. And you got to take those as victories. Small victories are still victories. And if you take those small victories and you reflect on them, you'll see that, hey, I might not have been great yesterday, but today I'm much better. The only person you should ever be comparing yourself to is you yesterday. And I can tell you right now, from the last video that I've done, I feel very much so that I've, incrementally grown. But definitely I've learned a lot just in gathering the research, gathering the information, and that's where you always want to be at when you're in that thought phase, is gathering more information. Feed the beast. That subconscious needs the information to go on to make new decision, because you're going to consciously make choices, and that's the menu. It's so many different choices that you can make. When you're trying to make the choice of going higher than where you are, that's a new decision-making process that you're putting your subconscious through. And if it doesn't have any new information to go by, it will revert back to where you were before. It's called your comfort zone, and that's called self-sabotaging. Self-sabotaging really isn't as negative as it sounds. It's really just your subconscious telling you, I don't have any new information to go by. I got to bring you back to our comfort zone. If you want to go further, if you don't want to self-sabotage, you have to give yourself new information. When you're looking for a new car, go sit in the new car. Go sit in the one that you really, really want. Go test drive it so you can give your subconscious that new information to make it know that this is a possibility. This is what we want. We're going to eliminate all other possibilities, all other choices, and we're going to go with this one. And when you do that, you will be surprised of the energy that you can actually pull towards you. The universe is, like I said, the universe is not a place, right? The universe is more so a tool full of all of the resources that you're going to need. And that energy that's connected from you goes through your subconscious. Your subconscious is connected to the universe. It will start to pull the necessary resources that you need. Don't ask me how it's made. I just know how to reserve, right? So you can definitely do that. When you want to go somewhere else, you have to give your subconscious new information to go by, so that it can make that decision for you, because ultimately it's going to make the final decision for you. You can have all the choices you want. Your subconscious is going to make that final decision. And sometimes people don't understand, like, every time I make one step forward, I make two steps back. And it's because you might make two steps forward towards where you know about, but the next step is an unknown, and that unknown zone, if you haven't gathered enough information for your subconscious to say, okay, we can, then it will revert you backwards. And that's that two steps back. It's going to bring you back to the comfort zone. So you can't say, I want to start a new business, right? But you haven't gone to business school. You haven't watched anybody who started a business. You haven't jumped out of bed in the times that you need to. You haven't been to any business commerce meeting. Give your subconscious the information that it needs to say, okay, yes, this is a possibility, this is our only option now, because this is all you're doing. You have to jump full-fledged in, give your subconscious that necessary information, and I guarantee you'll start seeing the resources start coming. People will start being more willing to accept you into their conversation. The energy will start flowing towards you because you're actually moving forward in that, So let me know what you guys are out there trying to manifest too, man. Don't just watch me on this journey of manifesting a successful YouTube channel, because that's exactly what we're doing here. And, I'm going to keep on moving forward and show you. You don't just think yourself into a better life. You don't just speak things into existence. You can't do that, or else you would have been done it. So it's a process, but you have to keep on moving forward in that process. And the work is the most important thing, but everything has to be aligned in harmony. Everything has to be in harmony, and harmony is when the things that who you really are comes out, and you're continuously thinking about it, keeping on the forefront of your mind to the point where it's coming out into your speech, and you're speaking yourself into alignment, and you start aligning yourself with other energies that match what you're trying to do, what you're preparing yourself to do. And then you get really specific to the point where you're eliminating all the other options until it gets to the one thing that you really preparing yourself for. And then you get to work on that. So that's why it's a big difference between working and working towards, right? Because if you're just working, you're just aimless. It's like having shooting a gun wildly versus trying to hit a target, right? You have to have that target that you're looking at. And that's when you're working towards something. Like, I'm not just working out here aimlessly. I'm working towards this thing, my thing, not everybody else's thing. Don't let society bully you, right? Make sure that you know what you want to do, not what your mom wants you to do, not what your parents want you to do, not what your auntie, sister, cousins, and your friends want you to do. Make sure you know what you want to do, and then you can get to working towards that. And that's the beginning of your manifestation journey. Like, you really can make anything happen. You've seen it time and time again with plenty of people. My equipment that I've been looking at the different equipment to make sure that my lighting is good, to make sure that the sound quality is much better. I understand it doesn't sound great right now, but guys, it's all part of the manifestation journey. So cool it down, go ahead and point them out though. I want you to point it out, put it in the comment section. Let me know all of the missed things that you see. Let me know about it all. I don't, like I said, I love feedback. Go ahead and tell me everything that you see that's not there. And we're going to make sure that we get it fixed, and we're going to upgrade it. So trust me, equipment is on the way. But until then, we're not going to rush, right? We don't rush, because that's one of the things that, I wish somebody would have told me, because that's what the content is going to be about, right? We already have that part. The content is things I wish somebody would have told me, like keep your eyes on the prize. But don't rush, because it takes longer, right? And that sounds backwards, but I guarantee you it's true. The more you rush, the longer it's going to take, because when you rush, you're going to miss steps that you need to take. You're going to go past what you need. You're going to forget things, and you're going to have to double back. Right? It's just like if you've ever been rushing out of the house, and you get to the car, and you forgot the keys in the house because you were rushing, or you on your way to work, and you already feel like you're going to be late, so you start to rush, and then you get all the way to work and you realize, dang it, I left my badge at the house. Yeah, because you was rushing. You don't want to rush anything. You want to take your time. Use the time that you have. You might have to get up a little earlier. Sacrifice. Sacrificing time is one of the ultimate sacrifices you're going to make for anything that you want. If you want to be better, you want to go to a higher place, you're going to have to sacrifice your time, right? Don't rush yourself. Make sure that you're preparing yourself well. It's always funny to me that when you're going on a longer journey, the longer the journey, the more prepared you are, right? Like if you're going on vacation, you're going out of the country, you want to make sure you got all your toiletries. You want to make sure that you got everything that you need, all your undergarments. You got your outfits already picked out. If you like me, you got your outfits picked out, because I don't like to even try to figure things out when I get there. I want them all ready when I get there. Versus like if you're going down the street, like you don't even care if you brought all your money. You got some of the money. You don't care. You're just going to go down the street. So it's not a far place, so you don't have to prepare as much. And that's really, how life is in a nutshell. It's like when you're trying to go further in life, when you're trying to do things better for yourself, when you're trying to go a longer distance, than where you currently are, you have to prepare yourself well. You have to prepare yourself much better than if you weren't going anywhere in life. If you look at the people who's gone somewhere in life that you may want to be at, a spot where you want to be at versus a spot where you don't want to be at, and look at the difference in the preparation. Right? If you want to, start your own business, or you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to be the top CEO of a corporation or something, you have to go to school. You're going to have to, start getting your credit straight. You're going to have to make sure that all these things are in alignment in your preparation. so that you can actually achieve that goal. Versus if you're not going anywhere, then you won't have to do anything, right? So you have to prepare yourself well, and you can't rush through those things. You have to take your time. You have to make sure that these things are done, because you can't just jump to level 10 without going through level 1 through 9. And the reason why you go through 1 through 9 is because if you jump to level 10, from where you are right now, you're going to be overwhelmed. If you can't handle the things that's happening right here, you're definitely not going to be able to handle the things that's up here. So that's why you don't rush through it. Take your time. Get to know the things that you really got to do, and that's the way you're gonna get to align yourself much better. It's all in your preparation. Always in your preparation. That's why you don't try. I might have said it before. I'll say it again. You don't try to do anything. You got to prepare. Do you try to run 100 miles, or do you prepare to run 100 miles? Right? You might make it to 25 if you try, but your body's not prepared for it, man. Your lung capacity is going to break down. Your body is going to break down. You're not going to make it to the 100. So if you want to run that 100 miles, you have to do the exercises. You have to prepare yourself. And it's a big difference between trying and practicing, right? You have to practice, and practicing is, in a controlled environment where none of it matters to the overall outcome. Like if I'm in the gym and I'm putting up shots, I can miss as many as I need to if I'm practicing, because none of it counts. Right? It only shows me where my level is from where I am to where I need to be. And if I keep on practicing till I get it right, more so practice till I can't get it wrong, right? Then by the time the game starts, I'll be well prepared for the game. I'm not just out there trying, right? So that's the difference between practicing and trying. You don't want to try, because trying is a prerequisite to failure. Anything you try, you're going to fail. But anything you practice and you prepare for, you're going to do well. Proper preparation is the key to success. And that's not just a old adage. It really does show itself in reality. So practice so that you're well prepared for the journey that you want to get on, right? Don't rush through the practice. Take your time. Take those shots. It's going to take the time, but you need that. Use your time wisely. Get to it. Like me, I'm going to keep on practicing, looking at the prize, and that's it for today. I could talk your ear off, but we're going to leave it right there. If you guys are in your manifestation process, let me know. Let me know what level you are. Let me know what, at what point of that process you're at. If you're in the thought process, you're brainstorming on what it is that you really want to do, or if you already have the thought in your mind and now you're getting into speaking it into alignment, and you're starting to see things align. Or if you're at that specificity phase where, you're getting really, really nitty gritty and you're starting to be specific about what it is that you want to do. Or, man, you might have already got all those things down, and now you're ready to get to work, and now you know exactly what you're working towards. Let me know. Or if you guys are stuck at any one of those points and, need a little guidance or whatever, I'm always there to share my perspective on things. So, let me know. Drop it in the comment. Let me know. And also, if you think I've done anything that needs to be fixed, or you want to critique anything, go right on ahead. I'm accepting to it for sure. You guys are helping me out. But until then, man, I'm always here for you. Peace.